Today on Active Self-Protection Extra, we're going to use our Mantis X10 to see how much precision that we need on the X10 to get the quickly, carefully, precisely shots that we might need in a defensive gunfight.
The new Mantis X10 firearms performance system has all the goodness of the original, plus holster draw analysis and recoil analysis. It's a fantastic upgrade and I recommend it highly.
So when we talk about defensive gunfighting, right, one of the things that I've learned from Tom Givens, and this is where I got this from, is the idea that some targets we can shoot quickly, some we need to shoot carefully, and some we need to shoot precisely. Let me show you what that looks like down here on our IDPA target. That at 7 yards where we're going to be shooting right now, this is a big target, right? So this A zone down here is a big target. I should be able to shoot that target quickly. I don't need a very refined sight picture in order to get good hits here on the A zone. If instead I were to go up to the head box, now I need to shoot that carefully. I need to take my time and refine my trigger press and refine my sight picture to make sure that I get inside this A zone. Much easier to miss out of that. If instead I needed to hit one of these letters, now I need to get precisely the sight picture that I need, precisely the trigger press, precisely the grip. So I will need to be more careful with that. Now I am going to say this. A lot of times what people say is they say slow down. One of the things I learned from Scott Jedlinski. Don't go slower, be more careful. If I'm more careful, then I will have the amount of refinement that I need. Speed and accuracy are not necessarily inversely proportional, but I have to be more careful. So we can get a little more slop here, a little less slop here, and almost no slop here. And we're going to use this target to kind of do those things. Now, if I didn't want to shoot this Bravo because then people are like, oh, you suck and you miss, I could shoot this Delta over here or this one over here. Now, you shoot a nice tight group around that, you're being precise for that. So let's back up to the 7 yard line and I'll show you kind of maybe some of the ways that I can do that and then we'll get a little objective measurement. So we're back at the 7 yard line here and I just want to kind of show you again, I can shoot that A zone quickly. As fast as I can see the sights and see that I have enough sight picture, I can press the trigger and with enough grip and enough trigger control, I can get quickly get good hits on the A zone. So let's do that. Let's just get a couple. Let me verify everybody's got their eyes and ears on. Everybody's got their eyes and ears on, okay? Cool. All right, so here we go. And again, I've got this good A zone, and I can see it. And you can see now, okay? So let's just take a look real quick what that did. Okay? So as you can see, is everything perfect here? No, I was shooting about quarter-second splits here. 6 shots, just hit them very quickly. Why? Because I had this whole big zone, and as soon as I see my sights inside this zone, I can press the trigger quickly. Now, here, I have to press the trigger carefully. I have to see this, my sights inside this A zone box and do so carefully. Now, sometimes carefully might come off to some people, they might hear slowly. That's not what I said. I said carefully. Let's go back and see it. Okay, so if now I'm going to get some headshots, now I have to do those carefully. So as I see this here, see? I think that's really, really good. Let's see how John sucks. Come on. Okay, so my first shot hit right in the middle of the A zone. My second shot, I wasn't careful. I was reckless with my trigger, pressed it a little bit high, and got that high shot. I know, this is YouTube, and people are going to say I suck, and that's okay, right? So people, I know all the time, I could redo this and do another take of it. I think it's more important to show you. Sometimes I'm just not careful, and that's the way life is. These 3, on the other hand, you notice I went bang, 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 bang. Wasn't as careful as I needed to be with the second trigger press, but these 3, I did show enough care in my sights, in my trigger press to do that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to change, and I want to get some hits on this Bravo number. Let's see how precise I have to be. Okay, we got that. Now then, to hit this Bravo, I have to be very precise. Do one more of that so we know it's not a fluke, or we hope it's not a fluke. All right. Let's go down and take a look again. So now what you're going to see here is 3 shots. Put them all in a single hole, so now I look like an Instagram operator. That's cool. What we got here is, you notice, yes, it did take me more time to show more care. So it wasn't about going slow or fast. It was about taking enough care. Now, for this particular one, I had to put my dot right on it and maintain my dot on it while I pressed through the trigger press very, very carefully. Let's get some objective measures and see if we can kind of see what that needs to be. Come on, John. Easy. Oh, I can't put it in the holster with that on. Doofus. All right, let's take a look. So if we see here, I did get A total of 1.8 seconds for 5 shots. Okay, cool. I was shooting, about third second splits. So the first one I didn't work on real fast. That wasn't what I was trying to do. Got the beep, trying to see where my splits were. So moderately fast, third second splits. But what I want you to see is the fact that, the first shot was pretty okay. And then after that, 60, 20, 1.6, and a 33. But let's go look and see what our hits are. So when I'm shooting quickly at an A zone, and I got all my A zone hits here, I can average 43.0 and I can get those kind of hits. So sometimes when we say, hey, wait a minute, you've got to get a 95 or above on a benchmark, that's not going to get you what you need when we work at speed. And that's why we have parts in here on the Mantis X10 for speed. That's why we say, no, it's about timing as well. So now let's work on the A zones. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to just make it to open training because I don't need a timer on this one. I just wanna see, oh, okay, wait a minute. I wanna get my hits and I'm gonna go with the speed that I can to get my hits in the A zone. Okay, here we go. We ready, John? All right, so we got that. And I threw one again. Oh, gotta take that off. Okay, so now we see, let's go on down. I want to stop this and look and say, okay, wait a minute, 84.8 was my average. Now that said, I threw one high. So let's go look at where my shots are here and look at what happens. I had the second shot again that was under a 60, that was way down low, and that's the one that I threw high. Hey, actually, I didn't mean to do that, but that actually is pretty darn good in reality. So if we look, the first shot, super fantastic, nice and tight group in the beginning. That's why I got that. Second shot, that's the one that I threw. And if you notice, it says in the yellow that your muzzle rose before the gun went off. And guess what? It rose before the gun went off. That was a 61.8. So that's not enough of a score to get an A zone hit. I honest to God didn't do that on purpose, but it's an excellent analogy for us. It's an excellent visual for us. Third one here, you notice again, a little bit, it went down, but then back up. That's why I got my A zone hit out of that one. And then my fourth shot here, just down and to the right, that's that shot over there. But again, enough. So when we see about a 90 score, will get me this. Now, instead of the B here, which is already shot up, I'm gonna shoot this Charlie and see what a precise shot looks like. Okay, here we go, precise shot on that Charlie on the left. Let's see how much accuracy that takes. All right, here we go. We good on the Mantis? Yep. All right, we're going to see that Charlie. We're going to get as much as we need. Let's go down and take a look. Say I got all three of my hits, maybe that one a little high and left, but let's look and see what our scores are here. My average score was 95.8. So if we look, all three shots in a very good spot. So if we look at my yellow. There was no yellow there, really. Second one available there, same thing. Yellow super tight. Actually really love the recoil impulse on that one as well. You see the first one kind of up and then down. This second one, man, I got a great recoil impulse on that one. Third one, holy smokes, I did a phenomenal job on that one. That's the shot to end all shots at 95.6. So, and that 95 or above at 7 yards is what you need to get this kind of stuff. So, when we're using this, how much muzzle stillness do I need quickly? Very little in reality. I can shoot this while the gun is moving pretty good. When I come up here and I want carefully, I have to have less muzzle movement. I have to be careful with my sights and trigger management. If I want precision like this, then I have to shoot precisely. No muzzle and grip movement while the trigger is being pressed. I think we got some good data on that. So what I want you to do is go to the range this week and work on quickly how much movement can I get in the gun, carefully less movement in the gun, precisely no movement in the gun to get the kind of hits you do. And if you're using the Mantis, now you know. I can get down here and be in the 40s and I'm fine. If I want a head box shot, I probably got to be in the high 80s. If I need a precision shot, 95 and above is what it takes.